Welcome to the energy update of August 2025. At the time of filming this, I'm already 5 days into the month of August, and that is because I took some very much needed time off. However, that shouldn't cause a problem for you watching this because I've noticed that actually people take a lot more from this video when they watch it a few days into the month, even halfway through the month actually, because you're already into that pool of energies. And what I have to say is a lot more relatable to you and a lot more applicable. So, last month may have felt like everything was all up in the air, a whirlwind of change. And you're not alone. I completely 100% felt all of that. And so I'm happy to say that this month is going to feel a lot more calm and grounded, but it's going to be a different kind of grounded than what you're used to, than what you know. So in this video, I'm going to dive deeper into the energies and what I mean by this. And we're going to see how we can take full advantage of these energies. So let's dive straight into it. The picture that was painted for me that represents the energies of August consists of a marigold flower. And this marigold was actually half green, half orange, and the colors were intermingling in the center. And there were deeper layers to this flower with different colors, which I'm going to touch on a bit later. But for now, let's go into this green color and what it means. So as I went into this green, I saw the feet of a bird land. So after so much change, so many moving pieces and parts last month, now there is this sense of landing. However, it's not going to be a landing or a grounding in the way that you used to know before. It's not going to be a coming back to yourself in the way that you were used to. It's going to feel different. And the message here really is to let go of any expectations, let go of any desires of going back to an old version of you. Because, it's natural when you're going through a lot of change, which sometimes can be challenging to want to go back to a sense of safety, of comfort, a sense of what you used to know. However, the message that I'm getting is to let go of wanting to grasp or land in a way that you know, and allow a new kind of landing to take place. It's going to feel different on all the different levels of your being, from the physical all the way up emotional, in your nervous system, mentally, spiritually. It's going to feel very different. And there was also a feeling of hope in this green, of renewal, of being reborn, just of really living anew. And it wasn't actually so much about, being a new or different person. Actually, it was more about being more you, being more aligned with your true self. And there was so much contentment and joy that I felt coming from your higher self. Interestingly, your perspective on what landing is has also shifted. So if we go back to the energies of last month of July, we were talking about how everything is always changing, but how at the same time there's always this still center that is never changing, and how we are somehow both of these always changing and never changing parts. And by integrating this and understanding this on a deeper level, not with our mind, something shifts. And even our understanding of what landing, arriving means shifts. It's no longer about having to grasp something in the external world, like, okay, I'm finally settling on a career and this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Or it's no longer about, okay, I finally found a hairstyle that works for me and I'm just going to always keep this for the rest of my life. It's not about finding that thing to grasp in the external world that gives you a sense of something still, or of landing, of grounding. It's shifted now to landing being more something internal. So landing is something that you experience internally, even if things may be shifting or changing on the outside. So what this is going to bring to you and other people are going to notice is it's going to bring a lot more confidence and peace inside. There is this landing that happens inside of you energetically and is so felt. And we're going to go deeper into how this shows up in your body, because even in the way that you embody this physical vessel changes.
And now I want us to look at this orange part of the marigold flower. So as soon as I saw this, I'm like, wait, didn't we have orange last month in July? That was all about change of movement. Is this the same thing again? And actually, no, it's not. So as soon as I went into this color, actually it felt very different and it started to look different as well. So it started to look a lot more like a saturated orange, and it had a different hue, like more of a reddish violet hue. And what I felt when I went into this energy was actually a landing again, but it was a landing in the body. So it's about a more full, deeper embodiment. It's about descending in our body, in our energy centers. So I don't know about you, but me, for most of my life, I've been used to being outside of my body, in my head, in the astral plane. And being in my body has always felt quite unnatural. It always felt kind of limiting or slow. And so I wasn't used to it. But perhaps for this reason, I was drawn to body practices, to body work, to really help me be in my body because I saw the benefits of it. It is through the body that we can really be present and fully here. And because with our mind, we can be anywhere. We can be in the past and the future. We can be here. We can be there. But through the body, when we connect to the body, we can only be here and now. And really, I mean, that is why our higher self chose to take a body to be as fully here as possible. And there is so much enjoyment that can be had, so much pleasure that can be felt from being fully here and now through the body. And this was one of the things that came up actually, which was about pleasure and fully allow yourself to fully experience what you can experience through the body. You have a body. There are so many spirits that want to take a body, but they have to wait. So you're a lucky one. You have a body. We are lucky ones. Experience fully the pleasures of having a body, the experiences, the fact that you can see this reality, the fact that you can hear, the fact that you can touch and also feel. You can physically feel the experience of a reality. Your higher self wanted to have this experience. So allow yourself, fully allow yourself to take it all in.
And just to quickly give an example of what I mean by taking it all in, just now I quickly paused the video for a second and I was looking at outside the window because I can see the sky and there it just looks so beautiful and there are these little white clouds and the sky so blue and I thought to myself like how beautiful that I can experience this. It makes me feel so rich, so abundant. And that's what I mean by taking it all in. It's wonderful. And there is something else that happens that I want to talk about. But first, I just want to briefly explain something about the energy centers. So, all of the lower energy centers live inside the higher energy centers. So, if there's an imbalance, let's say in your first energy center, that is going to be felt. It's going to live inside your higher, inside the second, the third, the fourth, and all the other ones. So, what I wanted to say is that by going deeper in your first, in your second energy center, is actually going to make you feel a lot more self-assured, a lot more confident. It's going to affect your sense of self, your identity. There was this kind of violet magenta hue inside this orange color, right? And this has to do with your sense of worthiness, with your identity, with how you feel in the world around others. And really, the deeper you go, the more embodied you feel. That just makes you feel so much more self assured. And again, others are going to feel this. And it feels so good to finally have that sense of grounding. It's not any longer about, before maybe you would have tried to grasp onto an identity, like maybe you try to appear like this confident person in certain circumstances, which is normal, but now you don't have to try anymore. It just comes natural to you. The more embodied you are, it's just something that you are. It's not something that you have to think about, like, wait, let me like appear confident or something. It's just something that you are, and people can feel it. You exude this energy, and it's beautiful. And in order to really tap into this, and in order for you to really embody and descend lower, what I received was to really tap into your creativity. And, this can manifest in so many different forms. It can be simply the way that you make your cup of coffee in the morning. Maybe be very creative about it. Maybe the way you drink it, just be creative about it. Perhaps maybe you just pour coffee in your ugly coffee cup, and you just drink it while you're scrolling through Instagram. No, make it something creative. Maybe find a new cup, or maybe go make a cup, or and go on your balcony and romanticize it, and just look out into the horizon and make it a thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be something creative that you do, like painting or dancing, although you can do that too. But just doing something creative that really helps you tap into that side of you is really going to help you with this embodiment and with really feeling more self-assured. And finally, as I went deeper into this marigold, I saw some light blue energy, which has to do with self-care. So self-care is super important because you have been through so much change, and today you are a lot more you than you were, say, at the beginning of July. However, having gone through all these changes, you deserve a lot of self-care. So be very kind with yourself. Do something that is pampering. Pamper yourself. Allow yourself to nap. Allow yourself to sleep longer. Drink lots of water. Really take care of yourself. I also asked Paul, which is my spirit guide, healing master. You could say spirit guy, I guess. My spirit guy. He's always around when I do these energy updates. And he suggested also, aside from the creativity, to stay lower to the ground, stay closer to the ground. So whatever that means for you, maybe it's about, having your feet planted on the ground more, or just being more aware of your feet, or literally just being closer to the ground, like sitting on the ground more, like instead of sitting on a chair, sit on the floor, sit in the grass, or even working out on the floor. Um, yeah, that's going to help with this embodiment as well. And now is the time for the part that I love so much. It's so fun, for the tarot card pull. So I pulled 2 cards that are going to help us with the energies for the month of August. And the first one was the 8 of Cups. I hope you can see it. Look at it. And then the second one is the 9 of Pentacles. I love this card. I instantly knew what it was about. And all right, so let's interpret them together. The 8 of Cups is about a departure from your old self, which has happened, into a much more aligned version of yourself. So you took this inner journey, you've left, and now you are landing, right? And the Nine of Pentacles really represents abundance. It represents what we were talking about earlier about allowing yourself to experience all the abundance, everything that your higher self came here to experience. There is so much to take in. Allow yourself to take it in. And this embodiment that you are feeling, allowing yourself to be more fully in the body, really allows you to have the confidence, the self assuredness, to allow more abundance, to allow more money to come into your experience, to allow more more pleasure, more pleasant experiences to come in. All these things that you've wanted, they are coming now. They are yours. And yeah, so you've changed a lot, and you are now landing into a new you, a more aligned version of you. Allow yourself to be this. Allow it, and enjoy it. So, overall, I would say that the energies of August are a lot more grounding. They feel really good to me, at least. Let me know how they feel to you. I really want to know what you think about them. And if you've gone all this way into the video, give it a like and subscribe. And if you want to connect further, I offer free discovery calls where we can get to know each other and see if there's any way that we can work together. And I hope to see you again next time.